Stock Talk. This show, Scott. Hope you've had a good week in trading. We had a pretty good week this week as far as the portfolio goes. We also were able to pocket some money this week, so that's always good. Excuse my look here with the Band-Aid, but I'm going to have this on for a while now. I had a little cancer thing removed from the nose, and believe me, you don't want to see what it looks like under this Band-Aid. It's pretty bad. So anyway, it's nothing major. It was one of the kinds that's not really dangerous, but can eventually grow into something worse. So they went ahead and removed it. So anyway, we're going to go take a look at our portfolio today and see some of the trades we made this week, and talk about what our game plan is going forward. So let's go ahead and jump into our portfolio now. All right, so you're going to see a lot of new ones here, several different new ones on the chart, and we'll get into those in just a minute. First of all, you can see here we got Bitcoin. Bitcoin really took off this week and really had a good pullback, trying to make its way back now to about 64, but it got all the way up to 69 earlier this week. I think it got, let's take a look at that 5-day chart. Let's see here. Yeah, 68,789, so it got on right up there close to 69. I think it actually did hit 69. I don't know why that says 68 something, but anyway, as you can see, it did that on Wednesday, I think it was, and it sold off on Thursday. But it's holding pretty steady. Watch for it. It's what it's been doing over the weekends. Usually on the weekends it has a pretty good day. See, let's see, today's the 12th, tomorrow's the 13th, so the 6th. If we go back and look at the 6th, let's see what it did on the 6th. Yeah, see, on the 6th it kind of started pulling up a little bit, and then it goes into the week. Okay, so this would be the Saturday, and this would be Sunday, and then here comes Monday. So we're gonna watch for maybe some kind of move on the Bitcoin, which affects two of our stocks that we trade, which is HUT and MSTR. HUT, even though Bitcoin was down today, it held up pretty good today. Almost bought some when it was in the red today, and I didn't do it. Wished I had of, because it went up 7% from there, almost 8%. But that's a really good high price for HUT right now. But and you can see MSTR was red today, just barely though. So both of those did really good with Bitcoin pulling back a little bit today. So. But HUT has been on fire lately. Let's just take a quick look at the chart. This is a Bitcoin mining corporation. You can see it did pull down with Bitcoin, and now it just made its way up today a little bit. And I would imagine that the MSTR chart looks about the same. If I trade any of them, it's going to be the HUT for sure. And you can see here we got same kind of looking chart here, all the way down, then it came up today, so, but not very much. It was up in after hours. But really not trading that right now. It's just got a little too much money, cash to tie up there, so I'd rather go in on HUT. mRNA, Moderna, I just put that on there so I can monitor it compared to NVAX, so I'm not going to really worry about that, but they did have a better day than NVAX today. But let's talk about this one here, PayPal. PayPal, we bought this week. Actually bought it on the 10th for $205.42. And on the 10th, we bought that, I think it was the 10th, yeah. Yeah, PayPal on the 10th for $205.42. Ended up selling it today for $205.51, which is nothing. I mean, I mainly wanted to get my cash back on the sideline. It's 0.04% in 2 days, so nothing really to brag about there. That's just about CD money. But Square, we did about the same thing with it. Did a little bit better with Square. We bought it yesterday as well. on the actually on the 10th actually. We bought it for 28 228.55. We sold it. Let's see here. We sold it for 229 yesterday. So we made 0.20% on that one. Again, sold it. We sold it yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And just wanted to get that cash back on the sideline. Didn't want to before Friday because Friday's usually a red day. So we had an opportunity to sell it, and we did, and it did drop from there. So we actually did pretty good on that from where we was holding it anyway. But that's kind of how we did those. We were trying to make a quick trade with them, but didn't work out that way. But we didn't lose anything. We managed to stay in the green on them. So now this one we made a pretty good trade on. NVTA. This is a company that handles a lot of data for medical side of the house. So it's actually, I got this from one of my crypto guys I watch. He trades stocks and crypto. So, but they had a real big drop off in the video I was watching. He said, this is like a $40 stock. So I watched it a little bit, and I did get in on this. Bought it for we bought it for $21.20, and we actually sold out for $22. Had a few shares of it, bought a few shares, so made some decent money. Percentage-wise, we made about 3.12% on it in a matter of one day. So I actually was up really good on it, probably about almost, well, it was 5.5%, and I was trying to hold out for 6, and it didn't get there, and so ended up making 3.12%. So, but not bad, pretty good bit of money in it. So had a nice little pocket for the week on this one, and I was happy with that, and that's kind of what I was trying to do, is at least get one of those. Now we did also buy some NVAX as well. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But let's go ahead and pull that chart up before we do. But we did buy some same day on the 10th. Bought it for 165. Sold some for 170. Of course, the ones we sold again, same as last week, and I talked about this already. The ones I sold are actually some high price shares. So what I'm doing is I'm improving my cost average, but I'm taking a loss as far as NVAX goes on some of those high price shares. But because of what we've done with NVAX this year, we're still way ahead of the game with NVAX. We're playing with the house's money on that, so I can afford to do that. But I know how much money I've sold for a loss, so I'll keep that in mind when this thing starts to run again before I decide to sell out. I want to make sure I get every bit of that back plus some, and we will hopefully. But the main thing is I just wanted to get a decent cost average, because as the portfolio goes up, you might as well go ahead and take your loss if you can. If you get some good weeks in, then go ahead and take some losses, and then improve your cost average so you're not as far down as have as far to go to get back into the green. But I want to get back in the green, including these losses I'm taking. We'll see. But my cost average now is, I did get it under 200. So we were way up there when we were buying these shares. What happened on this trade, and I've been trading NVAX all year, and normally what I'm doing is I'm buying the dips. Well, what I was trying to do when it ran last time, I was trying to do a quick trade on it. Just days. It would dip $3 or $4. So I was trying to make some of those kind of trades, kind of like what I've been doing here lately, and got kind of caught in it. So then, as it dropped further, I added to it to improve my cost average. But as you well know, that this one really went further and further down. Had some bad articles come out on it, and so we got trapped in this one at a very high price. And so we've been doing our best to get that improved as we go along. But in order to do that, you are taking losses. So not something I prefer to do, but I wanted to do this as other things go up. I'm taking the losses and kind of breaking even really for the week or the month. Like last month, I took some losses, and but because of the gains I had on some other things, it really wasn't a loss. I actually ended up the month in a positive as far as what we pocketed, but not on Novavax. We took the loss there. All right, so that's kind of just the way I think about things. Sometimes, is keep that cost average as best you can, and then when this thing starts to run, it really pays off real quick. Like if the closer you are to the actual price. So that's where we ended up with Novavax. You can see here on the chart. Let's go ahead and pull up a 5-day chart on Novavax, and you can see for the week we did end up a little bit up, but nothing major there. I mean, it's pretty flat considering. If you go ahead and look at this 1 month, you do see where we had gotten all the way down to here back in October, and we climbed way up here and got knocked right back down. And so here we are about halfway back up the hill again. So hopefully we'll continue to go up and move up. Uh, Still, we're a lot better from where we are. We're way back here, as you can see. This is where I would have loved to got in at, but that don't happen a lot. Let's go ahead and look at that 6-month chart. You can see we were playing up in this area at one time. So it's been a while, but we're going to get back up there, I believe, as soon as we get these approvals. And when we do, we'll be thrilled to death about that. So watch for that coming in the coming weeks. I think we're going to see something here in the coming weeks. Um, let's see, it's November. I would say by the end of this month, we should have some kind of approval, hopefully. Tilray, actually, these cannabis stocks were doing really well this morning, as you can see. Sold off a little bit, but then did come back towards the end of the day. I think they had a pretty decent week, yeah. So we had a pretty decent week there on that Tilray. We way down on this one, so we got a long ways to go before we need to worry about it. Nikola was red today. Let's see how it did this week. I think it had an okay week. Yeah, about the same, flat, just about. Really not going anywhere there. So um, you can see the market closed up green all the way across. They've been keep making new highs. I think we're as far as what our portfolio is doing compared to the market, um, we are sitting in pretty good shape. We're not beating all the markets though. We are uh, right now. We're beating the Dow. I think right now the Dow's. I think it was around 17. We're pretty close to the Nasdaq, which is close to 20 something. And S&P actually, I think is the one that's ahead of all of them. So, but we are in a good shape. We've done real well as far as our cash goes. We're at 42% cash, and so I like where we're at on that. Hopefully, the way we're going to end this year, we're going to see this Novavax run towards the end of the year, and hopefully I can get out of this trade that I'm in with all these shares I've got, because I've got a lot of shares, and I've got 3 options that go out to April of next year. So we're no rush there, but I think they're 185 options, so they're a little bit out of the money right now, and so we'll hopefully get back in the money on those, and we can make some pretty decent money, especially if this thing goes up to mid 250s to 300 somewhere. So that's kind of what I'm banking on. We'll see if it happens. Other than that, we'll just hold those other ones. We're going to try to make some more trades if we can. We'll keep an eye on that NVTA this week too, because if it gets down around that, if it gets around that $20 mark again, I think I'll nibble on it again just to see if I can get me a good weekly trade on it or something like that. Not necessarily a day trade. We can go a few days and make a few percent. We made that 3.12%. That's like like, several CDs actually, because CDs don't pay you nothing anymore. So, but can't complain when you make 3.12% or whatever it was for 2 days or one day, whatever it was. So I'm not going to complain about that, and that's a good little way to pocket money. So again, I know the Band-Aid can be distracting. I know it is for me, and I apologize for that. But hopefully it'll heal up here pretty soon. I can take it off, but it's going to be a while based on what I saw tonight when I was cleaning it up. So we'll see. Anyway, I hope you have a great week of trading. I do apologize for not being able to be on here, but now you can see why. And hopefully we'll get back to normal here sooner than later. All right, well, have a great week of trading next week, and have a great weekend. Thanks. Bye.